Hey everybody, Rivers here, trying to go live. I'm hoping this is working. There we are. Okay, got a couple people watching. I just want to talk a little bit about different things here. Dragons and Flagons, how you doing? There's a channel if you're watching this and you see the chat. There's a channel to check out. Fries Mini. There you go, another good channel. Eat anything delicious lately? Yeah, I had pizza tonight, which was very good. You gotta love pizza. Um, I wanted to talk real quick about Wizards of the Coast becoming a monopoly. I've heard different people talk about different things, saying Wizards of the Coast is trying to become a monopoly and they can't, or they're not trying to do that. I don't know where everybody falls on this, but I think Game Masters had a very good point where everyone is in business and they would like to be a monopoly. And the reason for that is so that they can make more money, which, Wizard of the Coast is not opposed to making money. And sometimes their means are questionable, but that's beside the point. I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about becoming a monopoly. I think it's going to be very hard for them as long as there's people like Paizo and all the other companies out there that, have games and game systems that other people are going to. Because I think with the OGL debacle that happened in January, that Wizards lost a lot of customers as far as their faith, and they went and they found other games to play. So I think that's one reason why they can't get a monopoly. But that's just my thoughts on that. If you have something to add to it or questions about that, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Because I don't know. I think it's very hard for anybody to become a monopoly in business because there are so many other things out there. Unless you're talking about a utility, which that's another story. What are we drinking tonight? This is called Mad Elf. It's by Trogs, which is out in Hershey, PA. And it is a winter brew. Sorry, I can't find my camera. And it's their seasonal Christmas brew. And it's a sweeter beer. Yeah. So there are a lot of different games out there, and there's so many different companies out there now. There's so many third-party companies that make stuff for 5e, and I've already sworn off WotC as far as buying anything more from them, as far as books and stuff, supplements. I'm going to stick with third-party stuff, and let me move some stuff here and find a couple books. Well, this is one of my latest endeavors that I got as a gift, which is off of, I think it was DM's Guild. And here's a book that some of you may know, and you may know the author, Wally's DM. And it's a book about puzzles. And he's got another one coming out soon. It's going to be about puzzles and traps, I do believe. So there's a lot of good stuff out there that, you know, if you give it a chance, you'll see what they can do. Yeah, Wally's a good guy. Give him a shout out. While I'm thinking of it, I do want to do a shout out for somebody that a lot of people probably don't know or have heard of because it's such a small channel. Other than Dragons and Flagons, who's in the side chat. So if you want to check out that channel, you can do that. And he's got a good channel over there. And let's see. Yeah. He's only got 48 subscribers right now. His name's DiceCrazyDude, all one word. And if you look in the description of this video, you'll find the link to his channel. So I just want to give him a shout out because I think he's got a really cool channel. If you like dice, and I'm kind of a dice goblin, so I really like his channel. Yeah, this is Seth. Yeah, Paizo and Kobo Press doing a lot of stuff. And yeah, people will make stuff for their systems. There's no doubt. And I think you'll see that in the future where Wizards is going to have a big piece of the market. They do now, and they probably will for years to come, as long as they don't do anything too stupid. And because we saw that with the OGL, people went away for a while, and people came back to it after 6 months or whatever it was. So you'll see that. But I also think that gave these other smaller companies a chance to get in their foot in the door. And I can't remember who makes the game, but there's also like a Aliens RPG. There's a few other games out there. Twilight 2000 is being redone. So Dragons and Flagons subscribe. Thanks. No, I do not 3D print anything yet. I do not have a printer. That is a luxury I probably will not get. I was kind of hoping my son would get one, but he hasn't yet. So if he does, I will definitely start printing some stuff. I'll pay for the filament and whatnot. But yeah, that's one endeavor I have not tried to do yet. What are my top games? Well, right now is D&D, but I play 3.5. I play 5e, you know, the standard version right now, and I'm not going to 5.5 or 6 or whatever you want to call it, 2024 with the new system. I'm going to stick with 5 and 3.5. I run a game, and I'm playing in a game. And I've been requested to run another game in 3.5, so we'll see how that goes. But I also play Star Wars. Oh, geez. Kepler, help me out. What's the name of it? Star Wars. It's a Star Wars game. It's a D20 base. I think it is made by Wizards of the Coast, though. But it's an older edition. I think it's out of print. The books are expensive if you try and buy them online. So, Saga, yes, thank you. Saga edition. Free League Games is who makes the Twilight 2000, I do believe. So am I planning on playing other systems? So much stuff coming on. I'm not too interested in newer games. I don't know. I like I like the idea of playing new games or trying different games. I still haven't played Call of Cthulhu, which is kind of an irk to me because I really want to try it. And I haven't gone to conventions for 3 or 4 years now, which is where I would have had the chance to play them. So I'm really hoping next year I can go to a convention or two. And I really want to play Call of Cthulhu because it sounds really cool. My other top games probably would have been stuff like Beyond the Supernatural by Palladium. Palladium's another company. There you go. And they also had Rifts, which is a cool game. I like that. Oh, I tell you what, Fries, Minnie, in about 10, 15 years ago, I definitely would have done that because I have about 5 or 6 years in Taekwondo, and yeah, my younger self would jump on that, especially for a hot dog. Yeah, the my son played in a Call of Cthulhu game at a convention a few years ago, and he said it was a great game. And I think that has a lot to do with the game master. And when we were going to conventions, we knew some good game masters, and we always tried to get into their games. And one of them was a Call of Cthulhu game. I remember I didn't play that because I was playing all three parts of a 3-part first edition AD&D game. So it was 12 hours of first edition. There was like an hour break in between each of them, but the guy who ran it was really cool, and I didn't see him in the convention that's going on this weekend up in Michigan, and I did not see him as a presenter for any games though. But yeah, I definitely want to try Call of Cthulhu. I have a game that I'd like to run. It's the Supernatural game, which is based off the TV show. I don't know if anybody's a fan of the Supernatural TV show, but I'm a big fan of it. I have all 15 seasons on DVD, and I would love to run the game. I have the book. My son's got me the book for Christmas last year, and I even have, they even found books that have like it's modules books, like different adventures. So I'd really like to do that. Fries, I'm not sure what you mean there. Favorite episode, TNG. And Kepler wants me to play Twilight 2000 with him. Yeah, he's got the Twilight 2000, the new one. And, oh, Star Trek The Next Generation. Oh, boy. I don't know. I like the ones where Worf gets out that Klingon blade. I forget the name of it. But I like those ones where he's in a duel or whatever. And that would probably be, I don't remember the names of episodes because I have some timers and CRS. Yeah, Bat'leth is the big one. Yes, that's the one I like. And when he gets that out, that's just so cool, and watch him battle with that. But I'm gonna change gears here real quick since we were talking about TV shows. Who's waiting for the Stranger Things season 5 to come out? Because I really like that show, and I'm really waiting for that. I'm kind of bummed it's not going to be out until like 2025. But I don't know if we have any I don't know if we have any Stranger Things fans out there. But yeah, going back to the Supernatural game, there is an RPG for Supernatural, and I have it. I have the books. I would like to do it. So one of these days, I'm going to run that game. I think it's gone on too long. I don't know. I'd like to see the finale. You know, I want to see a closure, some ending. I was kind of really bummed when they killed Eddie off. So, but I'm also a kind of a Metallica fan too, and I really enjoyed that episode. But if you're watching this on the rerun, check out DiceCrazyDude and see his channel if you like dice. He's got all kinds of different dice and stuff. And he also does Lego builds, I believe. Yeah, well, they're going to wrap it up in season 5 here for Stranger Things. From what I heard, there's only going to be 8 or 9 episodes, and they're not going to be feature length like some of them were. I think they said the finale is going to be like a 2.5 hour show. So I watch YouTube channel Stranger Universe, I think it's called, and Mrs. Strange, she does some good stuff on that if you want to catch up on that. And there's another channel, RT Replay, I think it's called. But I watch a couple different channels on Stranger Things and trying to see what's coming out in season 5 and when it's going to come out. Now, that's the big thing. Because I know they've all got other gigs that they're doing and trying to do. But the kids are all older now. They're all adults. I want to say the one that plays Max is the youngest, and she's like 19, 20 now. I have heard stuff about the D&D channel. I haven't checked it out yet. I believe it is available on Prime, which I have, Amazon Prime. So one of these days I'm going to sit down and try and see if I can find it. I heard it's supposed to be a lot of gameplay, live gameplay, which doesn't really interest me. I always said if I'm going to sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours of somebody playing, I'd rather play. So I'd rather sit down at the table and play 2 or 3 hours of gaming myself rather than watch somebody else. I've never tried to sell Mary Kay, but I didn't even know they're still doing that. So I haven't heard of that. So correct me if I'm wrong, Fries Mini, but weren't you originally from Michigan? And you never heard of the Yukon Gaming Convention up there? But that's going on this weekend, which I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't make it. And it was one of those things. I didn't have enough vacation time because I had some health issues earlier in the year, and I had to take time off for it. So I ran through my vacation. Yeah, Fry confirmed he is from Michigan. Ah, weren't into TTRPGs back then, yeah. So I remember when I first got into playing games, which was first edition AD&D in California. While I was in the Marine Corps, I got into it, and I remember going to the game store there in 29 Palms, and there were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books, which I had never heard of before. And apparently back then it was a game system, and they're rebooting it on a Kickstarter now, and they're doing pretty well. So I don't do Kickstarters, but that's one that I wouldn't mind backing, because I did like the movies and the TV shows and stuff. When my kids were younger, they used to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons and stuff. So, but I watched the movies until, I want to say, the last 2 or 3 I didn't watch, but the first 2 or 3 I watched the movies. I thought they were pretty good. And if you didn't already know, I do movie reviews whenever I watch something decent. I was going to do a Marvels review, but my wife didn't want to go see that, so I didn't go see it. But she likes a lot of the UMC movies, or the MCU, I'm sorry. Yes, I do need a flagon. I don't know if I will get the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle RPG, Seth. I really don't know. I think I might, but we'll see. I don't know if the group's interested in playing it, I might do it, because it sounds like a fun game. Thank you, Fry's Mini. Yeah, that's how I got into D&D and into RPGs, was in the Marine Corps, because we were hanging out one night on I think it was a Friday or Saturday with nothing to do, and a friend of mine said, "You ever play D&D?" And I said, "No." He goes, "You want to learn?" I said, "Yeah." So, because I heard of D&D before in the 80s, whenever I was in school, in the middle school and high school, there was actually a D&D club, but it was all the smart kids were in that. They were all in the SEAL program, and they were in the advanced programs and stuff. And I thought, well, I'm not smart enough for that, so I never tried it. So I once I tried it, I was hooked, though, because I started playing, and then Dragonlance books came out, and I started reading those, and the Elmore paintings and the books and everything, and the artwork was so terrific, I couldn't believe it. So that's what got me into it more than anything, was just seeing the artwork on the books and the book covers. And then the Dragonlance series came out, and I started reading those, and I was hooked. Yeah, Larry Elmore's work is iconic, which I don't think I have it here. I have a book about Larry, or from Larry Elmore's paintings and stuff. I got a book that has some of his stuff in it, sketches and different artwork. And I saw him, I want to say it was Origins, way back when, and he signed the book. So I may have to pull that out someday and show people that. because I thought that was really cool, was to get a signed book from Larry Elmore, because he was really cool, and his work is amazing. And I believe he's semi-retired now. He's doing work for himself, but yeah, the artwork is awesome. Trying to think of some of the other guys from back then. Caldwell. Uh, oh, there's another one or two that I can't remember. Thank you, Fries. Uh, yeah, like I said, it's weird how people get into different things, and how I got into playing was different. Sky Raiders game. I don't know that one. I do not recall that game at all. What's my favorite fast food French fry? Probably McDonald's. I hate to say it, but I think they have the best fries. But given a different side option, if I could pick any side, it's Burger King onion rings. And they have a burger called the Rodeo Burger, which is a burger with barbecue sauce and onion rings on it. And that is awesome. McGarbage. Yeah. Well, after having worked there for several years, I don't want to eat it anymore. Ah, this is related to the Sky Raiders, I believe. Kickstarted about a year ago, should be coming out soon. 5e base game and a new world made by them. Sounds interesting. Fry minis, I'm not going to show that one, but I concur with that. I agree with that. And the people in my gaming group would agree with that also. So let's just put it that way. Oh. So, but it's funny how people get into gaming. And I consider myself a late gamer because I was 18 before I got into it. When I know there was people that were 10, 12, and they started in middle school or grade school even. But I didn't start until after I was out of high school. So, like, I started in 87. So I was still, well, comparatively today, I was young, but I was old to be getting into gaming. At least I think so. So, ton of minis. I have not seen Reaper's new RPG Kickstarter. And Fry Minis, you being down there, I believe Reaper is in Texas, and they have Reaper Con or whatever it's called. So you would know more about that than I do. I've not seen that. I would love to do a Reaper's Kickstarter one of these days, but not going to happen, I don't think. Oh. I'm jealous, Fry Minis. I would love to go to that con. That would be awesome. Now, do they play games there too, or is it just minis and stuff? Because that would be awesome to go to that con, I think. Yeah. Now, Adventurers League, that's like D&D, but it's a living world or whatever they call it. You keep the same character, and you can level up. Is that how that goes? If I remember right. Organized play. Okay. Yeah, Fry's Mini. I believe. Didn't you go live from there this year? Because I remember seeing you guys doing live streams from the con. Yeah. Like I said, I think I was a late bloomer when it came to RPGs. And really, I didn't play anything but D&D for 20 years. I went to my first convention and started playing other stuff. And I think one of the best games that I walked into was Beyond the Supernatural, which I believe is a Palladian game. And it was just so awesome that I couldn't believe it. And that opened up my eyes to other RPGs. Yeah. I know what you mean, Prize Minis, but as you get older, time flies by even quicker. So quicker and quicker every year. Oh yeah, that's right. Sath reminded me. Yeah, that's right. I played Twilight 2000, and I played a game called Beyond World War III, which was a game that was designed by a couple friends of mine. And we were play testing it. We'll call it that. So yeah, it was kind of like Twilight 2000, but different. Had more rules to it. It was more rules heavy, but it was a fun game. Going back to the age, yeah. Well, I got you by almost 20 years, and yeah, I don't know what happened to the years. I remember when I was 25, and yeah, it's crazy how fast time goes. So I think we lost Dragons and Flagons. I didn't see him for a while, but we still got 4 people watching. So I'm going to ask for questions or comments from the audience, because if not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. So don't forget to check out DiceCrazyDude. Oh, you're just listening. Okay. All right, Fries Minis, thanks for stopping in. And I think I'm probably going to get going here shortly too, because it's getting late. I know it may not be as late in Texas, but it's getting late here. And I got to get up early in the morning, so I'm going to get moving here. So I hope you all have a good game.